Welcome guys for one of the most important videos of the YouTube right now. You're actually crazy if you don't watch this until the end. Why is that? One of the most important weeks of the whole year, alright? Whole 2024, this is one of the most important videos of the week, okay? You gotta watch this until the end. If you study finance, if you study economics, you know what happened. And if you didn't, this is what I'm here to show you, okay? It's Sunday today. Every Sunday, I'm going to be posting a summary of the week. So what is that? I'm going to be talking about what happened in the week and how has this impacted the market. And I'm going to talk about everything, all right? All right, let's talk about one of the most important weeks. And if you're not subscribed yet, please, what are you? Are you stupid or something? You study finance, you want to learn how to invest, and then you're not subscribed to the channel? What, are you fucking retarded or something? Come on, Right, let's start with USA Super Wednesday. It was a Super Wednesday. What did we have on Super Wednesday? Federal Reserve cutting interest rates at 50 points. Guys, we had the Federal Reserve on Wednesday cutting 50 points in the interest rates. Okay. Because of that, we saw S&P, Dow Jones hitting new records. And not only, we had the Nasdaq going spike to 2.7%. Technological stocks led to charge, like for example Nvidia, AMD sparking 5%, and Meta and Alphabet, they were climbing 4% and 2%. Now on the finance sector, JP Morgan rose 1.8%, and I think all the finance sector had a big impact from the Federal Reserve cut. Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley figured it was up to 2%. Right now on Sunday is at 1.73. I think everyone was aware about it. Super Wednesday, Federal Reserve going 50 points basis. Then we have positive impact on the market in every single sector, finance sector, technological sector. JP Morgan rose 1.8%. We had records from S&P 500 and Dow Jones. Nasdaq was going to 2.7%. Everyone knows what happened. If you study finance, if you study economics, if you're, updated with the economic news, you know what happened on the Super Wednesday. Over the USA, we had the Bank of England on the Thursday. On Thursday, on the 19th, Super Thursday, just had the Bank of England keeping interest rates at 5%. The market was very steady. The last cut was in August, so we can say that August was important because we had the first cut over 4 years of 25 points, all right? Now, also, according to Trading, this is important, according to Trading Economics website, the annual inflation of August was 2.2%. According to macroeconomists and microeconomics as well, we are expecting to grow for 2.5% and towards the end of the year as well. So, well, according to my opinion is that obviously everyone wants a low inflation, but remember, really low inflation is not good. A really high inflation is not good as well. Okay, we need a balance. So 2.5%. Maybe, okay, it won't have a big impact. It would be a big impact if you went for 3%, in my opinion, okay? 2.5, just 0.3%. I think it's okay, okay? I think the UK economy is coming back to where it was since the COVID, all right? Before the COVID, it was the 6th best economy in the world. And I think it is already, if it's not here yet, if we're not at the stage we wanted to be, or we were in 2019, for example. I think we're coming back slowly. I'm not the smartest guy over here. I wish I was. I'm not the smartest guy over here. It's just my opinion. I think the economy of the UK is coming back slowly. Now, also, we have China that is suffering issues in the property sector, and that has a connection with the silver as well. So if I'm not wrong, the price of the silver right now is at $91. And I'm going to break down the issues of China and what has been happening in the week. Right, so the property market crisis, the Chinese property sector has been a significant downturn since 2021. Now, again, even because of the property crisis, the China economy has been growing and the silver price has been definitely growing because of this economic growth. And now there's some data over here that is very worrying. In China, the property sold has been decreasing. It has been on the lowest level in 18 years. Now, what do you think this is going to happen with China? What do you think this is going to happen with the world? We sell commodities for them. It has been on the, I'm going to repeat myself, it has been on the lowest level in 18 years. What do you think that's going to happen? In 18 years was when China was growing like hell. Now you ask me, oh, but you think the property sector in China is important? Is it 30% of the PIB? It's 30%, 30%. Now we also have Japan. So on the 14th of June and on the 26th of March, I believe, January, February, March, April. Oh, sorry, on the 26th of April, they kept the interest rate, and then they increased the interest rate in the 31st of July. On the 20th of this week, they kept interest rates. So they increased the interest rate in July and kept interest rates as it is this month. Now on the 31st of October, my opinion, I think we're gonna see interest rates increasing to maybe 0.3%. I might be exaggerating. Maybe some 0.50, 0.65. Now, every summary of the week, I'm either going to be talking about Germany, Switzerland, or any other country. As everyone knows, Germany, obviously, I know that China and the USA has got really, really huge economy, okay? But we must remember that Germany and Switzerland are one of the biggest economies in the world, okay? So we had really important news from Germany, DAX, from this week, okay? Which extended early gains and closed out 1.6% higher at 19,000 points, a record high supported by gains in the most major sector of the Frankfurt Exchange and in tracking the global rally in equities after the Federal Reserve delivered a 50 BPS rate cut. So as I said at the beginning of the video, Federal Reserve cutting interest rate, the whole world is following, okay? The whole world is following it, having impacts on Germany, UK, Brazil. We had impacts on many other countries, China, for example, Japan, for example, okay? So Federal Reserve cutting interest rates and all of the countries, including Germany, following with it, okay? Now going over to my country, Brazil. Let's go with Brazil, okay? Why the Federal Reserve was cutting interest rates at 0.5? We had the Selic. It's kind of like Federal Reserve, okay? So we had the Federal Reserve in USA, Selic in Brazil. We had the Selic increasing 0.25% of the interest rates in Brazil. So now the interest rate in Brazil is at 7.75. No, why the fuck did I say 7? So now the interest rate in Brazil is at 10.75. Now, because the interest rates increasing in Brazil, we had an impact on the inflation as well, which was before 4.5. Now it is at 4.24. Okay, 4.24% the inflation rate in Brazil. And I'm gonna show you guys on the screen over there just so you can see how it has been the inflation of Brazil. The prices easy for transportation, 4.53% versus 4.88%. Housing, 3.22 versus 4.9. And the health and personal care, 5.7 versus 6.04. And the personal expenses, 4.45, versus 4.59. Bitcoin, I'm sorry guys, I'm not a really big fan of Bitcoin and crypto, but I'm just going to show you on the screen what has been the price of the cryptos for this week, especially after the Federal Reserve cut interest rates, okay? So it's all been on the 19th of September, and we can see the Bitcoin at increasing 3.79%, Ether at 5.12, Binance 2.59, Solana 7.94. okay, now going further into commodities in 2024, I got some data here I want to share with you guys. That was how much the commodities has been falling down for 2024. All right, silver we had nearly minus 35%, the corn minus 50 or nearly minus 15%. all right, I know this is in Portuguese, but I'm going to be translating for you guys. We had the wheat declining 9.32%. We had the cotton declining 9.21%. Natural gas 2.31%. We have the crude oil at 3.01%, declining 3.01%. So commodities with geopolitical factors, with wars like in Ukraine, Russia, we had Palestine and Israel as well. Because of that, commodities have been falling off in 2024. It has been seriously, especially with the property crisis in China. Price for silver has been increasing so much. Now, one thing I really would like to talk about, you guys, is Johnson & Johnson's. Okay? Yes, Johnson & Johnson's files for bankruptcy. Johnson & Johnson's has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection for the third time as it seeks to end mass lawsuits linking to talcum powder cosmetics to cancer, backed to this time by thousands of people seeking compensation for personal injuries, totaling approximately 8 billion. Right guys, thank you so much for watching. This is a summary of the week. There will be one more of a video like this. I don't know where, it could be on my university as well next week. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.